Come to lie down on the mat. Start here on the floor. So on the floor, hips, actually making sure that you're tucking your tailbone in. Tuck tailbone in and bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide to the side. Warming up the body here. Arms to your side, palms facing up. Close your eyes and start scanning the body. So, as opposed to our Shavasana, use this time to really understand the imbalances that's occurring in your left and right side of the body. You might feel that your hips to the left sink closer to the mat, or your knees hover. Maybe the right knee hovers more off the mat. Your shoulders, maybe one feels tighter than the other. Your elbows, your wrists. You know, it all starts from the roots. All the joints, your hip joint, your shoulder. Is that my cat? I've banned her from the second floor. So yeah, so just a few breaths here, tuning to the body, get to know your body. Just to assess, the initial assessment of where everything is at, where the status is. Just a few more breaths, 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale, slowly melting into the mat, opening up through the hips. And last breath, inhale. Bring your knees in together, draw the knees in, both knees in towards the chest, hug in tight, rock side to side. And do a nice spinal twist, lowering both knees either to the right or to the left, depending. Okay, so stop in the middle, hands out to the side, T-arms, draw the knees in, and drop both knees to the right for it. Spinal twist, warming up the back. Shoulders, your head, you can gaze up straight to the ceiling, or you can twist and turn to look at your left hand. Okay, then look back up to center. Bring the knees in back to the center, lower it back down to the left. Warming up the back. When the music louder, your rights are chilled. Cafe Del Mar. Last one, inhale. And you exhale. Okay, then back up to the center. Raise both legs up, straighten both legs up to the ceiling. Try to get it as straight as possible, engaging your lower abs, your core. Warming it up. Now we're going to do small circles. Just drawing circles, engaging the core, warming up the back, massaging the back. Draw big circles with your feet up in the sky to the right. And stop. Enter opposite direction to the left. Keeping the back on the mat. Drawing the navel in. Draw big circles. Try to get the circle. If it's a small circle to start, then make the circle bigger and wider as you progress. And stop in the middle, stop center. Pull the knees in, straighten the left leg out. Single leg supine twist. The right knee towards the right armpit. Stretching out the hip flexors on the left side. Alright, then turn. Supine twist to the left. Usually we do this at the end of the class. Today we do it in the beginning. So turn your head to look now. Your right hand. You close your eyes. Enjoy the stretch, this twist. Very good for you if you have low back problems. Shoulder. Okay, bring back to the center. We'll do it on the other side. Bring the left knee in, draw it in, straighten the right leg out. Hold it there for a while, feeling the stretch right in front of the right side, the hip flexors on the right side. Pulling the left knee toward the left armpit. Okay, then dropping it to the right side, twist. Bring your leg to the right side, hands out to the left, turn your head to the left hand. We're going to be working a lot with the lower legs up, lower body. Bring that to the middle, hugging it tight. Shift side to side, and a little bit more for the core, just to wake it up. Both legs up to the sky, to the ceiling, and we're going to lower both legs down. You can put your both hands on the mat to support your low back, or you can just pat it right under your hips. Choose one, so both legs lower down with control. And up. And exhale. And then inhale, lower. And exhale, back up. One more inhale. And pause here at the lower angle, and then crisscross your legs. 2 and 3. Bring both legs up again and rest and lower. One more time, we'll do 3 times. Crisscross legs. 2 and 3. Bring both legs up. And one more time, inhale. Pause. Crisscross. 2 and 3. Bring both legs up. Bend the knees, hug, shift side to side. Okay. And slowly roll to your left. Let's roll to our left. Roll to the left. Coming out to sitting. Squarely. Staff position. We'll do seated spinal twist. Straighten both legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee. Hug. And bring this foot to the opposite side of the knee. Hug one more time towards the chest. Try to push and start to twist from your torso already. Torso twist. So as runners, you need flexibility in your thoracic spine too. So just push and twist. See if you can twist so much and create so much space that you can eventually hook your knee with your elbows and twist deeper, looking to the back of the room. So you need some sort of mobility in your upper body, your thoracic spine. Of course, your core has to be stable, has to be strong. And release, look front. Repeat that on the other side, holding this left knee in towards the chest. Straight back, straight spine. Lift, bring this foot outer side of the right knee. One more time, hug towards the chest. Giving the body its the opportunity to get into the pose. And now push and twist. See whether you can get deeper, creating that much space for your elbows to eventually come to the left side of the knee. And twist even more until you can see the back of the room. Decompressing the spine, creating that flexibility, that mobility. And then look forward. Release everything. Shake everything out. Come to your knees. Come to kneeling on your knee. The last one. So we're going to sink. We did this a few times. If you want, you can grab hold of your cushion. This is just for fun. It's just for something that you want, you can hold on to. So just hold on to your block or your cushion. We're going to lower. Knees would be about hip width apart. So it doesn't have to be too narrow. So you have a wider base to kneel, to lower your sit bones toward the knees, but without bending the upper body. So it's entirely straight. Straight spine, straight back, clenching through the butt, the glutes, and just lean back. I think that's the better word to use. Leaning back. Leaning back, glutes toward the heels, engaging the quads. You're working on strengthening the hip flexors, and then come back up again. Lean back one more time, pushing down the front of the feet, your shin, your ankles, working on the strength of the knees, coming back up again. So one more time, just warming everything up. The front of the legs. This is a very good warm-up for the entire frontal part of the legs. Coming back up and down again. And release. Sit on your heels. Shake it out. And give yourself a massage. Press into the quads. Up into the hips. Use your thumbs to really apply some pressure. Self-massage. Alright, so next one. Working more for the core, really waking it up. Coming into plank. Plank, come to hands shoulder width apart. Fingertips are spread out wide, really gripping on your mat. Feet behind you. Straighten one leg up and the right, and stay in plank. Really pushing the mat away from you, not dumping through the shoulders. Stay here, and we'll push back into downward dog. Arms, hips hike up, push into downward dog. Push back into plank one more time. Now we're going to engage the glutes. So one, you're going to tailbone tuck everything, lift the left leg up into a three-legged plank. Three-legged plank, and bend so that you're touching your left elbow with your left knee. So bend out to the side, shift forward, touching the left elbow, back to plank. The other side, lift. Three-legged plank, bend in, touch right elbow, push back. One more time, lift, push forward, touch. And then the right side, touch. So this is not in a downward dog. We're doing this in plank. So do 3 times both sides. Okay, push back to downward dog. Relax the arms. Shake it out. Slowly, we'll do a side view now. And a side view on my first mat. Gonna bend both knees, resting your belly on the tops of the thighs. Bend knees, sink, reach, sink until your belly touches the tops of the thighs. Just stretching out the ankles, as you can see here. The back of the ankles, really bending from the knees. The hips will raise off the mat, and that's fine. Straighten the knees out, stretching the back of the legs. One more time, bending both knees. Really getting into the rhythm. Belly touching the tops of the thighs. After this, we're going to do one leg at a time with more thoracic twists, the upper body twists. So sink the heels back down. This is what we usually do, right? So to warm up the back of the legs, to get deeper into our downward dog, we bend and pedal the legs, walking the dog. Bend the right knee and bending the left knee. So just to add some variety into your walking the dog, you can try this. Okay, so every time you bend, you're going to twist your body towards the bent leg, coming back up, straighten, and then twist towards the bent leg, straighten and bend and twist. One more time, straighten, bending the right and twist. Really using the core, the twisty muscles, the girdle around the waist. Lower the knee, bending the left. So we'll do 3 times both sides. Lower, and one last one, I think. I might have lost count. And twist. Looking underneath your armpit. Lower. Slowly lower the knees down. And rest in child's pose. Let the blood flow back into your body. So every time you do, you stay in an inversion like that for too long, where the body and where the blood has flowed to your head, your brain. You must come down into a child's pose at least for the blood to slowly drain back from the head down to the body. Otherwise, you feel very lightheaded after. Okay. And slowly we're going to come back again to our downward dog. And then we're going to flip into a wild thing for the back, for a full body stretch, front and back. Okay. For those of you who remember how to get into a wild thing, you will know how exciting it can be. So slowly come up, hike your hips up to downward dog. So bending the knees one more time just to rest. And to get ready, prepare your mind for what's about to happen. Straighten. You're going to bend one knee in from the back. Shift up into a 3-legged dog. Bending from the knees. And slowly shift everything in your body to the side. Lifting off from the right side to the tips of the hand. And then just allow the back leg to land on the mat. Bend into a wild thing. Hold there for another breath. 3 breaths is a good one. And bring it back down to center. Flip it back. And down to downward dog. So we'll do that on the other side. A shift to the middle. Okay, so one more time. Bending from the knees. Peeling the legs up into a 3-legged dog. Straighten up. Bending. Sorry. Can I shift everything to the side? Lift off. Allow the back leg to come down into a wild thing. Very good for the shoulders, the back. It's a back bend. And 3. Look down, flip over, back to downward dog. You can do that one more time, although we are doing this one more set later on. Just hang here for a while. One other breath, inhale and exhale. Bend the knees down. Sit back on your heels. Head down. One more time in child's pose after your downward dog. Come down to child's pose. Slowly crawl and curl up, stacking the back one by one. Vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to sitting. Shoulder rolls to the back. Okay. Alright, so now we're going straight into our challenge poses. So there will be 3. One is the chair pose. The second one will be a half moon pose. And the third one would be, again, like I said just now, the pistol legs. So we're just going to go through it slowly, one by one. We've opened up the body, we've warmed everything up. So chair pose obviously is very good for you. Like what we did yesterday in yoga for cyclists. It's very good to build the muscle and the strength in your thighs, and also stability and balance in your ankles. And the half moon pose, Well, it's good for core. Again, it's a coordination between your left and right, as with most yoga poses. And finally, the pistol legs. Again, we're working more into the angles of your ankle, how stable it is going down and going up. Okay, so all about the lower body work. So coming back up, standing straight, getting ready in chair pose. We did this yesterday, so it shouldn't be so shocking to you. So shake out the legs, get ready, chair pose. Arms up, in mountain pose, up. Tucking the tailbone in, slowly fold over, holding on to your heels, finding that measurement, holding on to the heels, bend the knees, let the belly sink and rest on the upper thighs, tops of the thighs. Immediately think about tucking the tailbone in, engaging the glutes, your hamstrings, knees are over, ideally, over the midfoot. So when you come up, you swoop up into your chair. When you look down, you can still see your big toe. Big toes. So this is your chair pose. So hold in chair pose. Warming it up. Tucking. See if you can lift your toes up. It's a good test whether your weight is actually on your back of the foot, your heels, and not too far in front. And lower, and then fold forward again, belly to thighs. You can straighten the legs, you can shake it out a bit. Shake it out. Alright, so now let's try to bring your feet together. Toe, heels together, close. Well, not too close. Okay, so just leave about a gap because we're going to do chair pose twists. So we don't want to twist too far for beginners. So again, fold over, holding onto your heels as a good measurement. Bending from the knees. Resting first. Belly to thighs and then swoop up. Okay. Tailbone tuck. Checking everything. As soon as you're tucking your tailbone, you're engaging your glutes, your hammies. You're not dumping into the lower back, saving your long lower back pain. Look down, you can see your toes. Okay, very good tests. So straighten to stand. Lower the arms. Arms up again. Lower back into chair pose. Now to get ready your twists. Okay, so hands together in prayer. Move again your torso to the right. See if you can fold forward, hinging from the hips. And then just anchor and twist and hook your right knee with your left elbow and look up at the ceiling. Just easy, nice chair twist. Lift up the toes to check that your weight is on your heels as it should be and not dumping into the front of the foot. And come back up to center, raise up to standing. Arms down. So one more time. Arms up, bending into your chair pose. I'm keeping my toes up the entire time just to make sure that I'm indeed using the glutes. Down and twist to the left. Bend forward, hinging forward. Okay. Then anchor and hook this left knee with my right elbow. Twist to look up. Firing up the glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your entire piece of your thighs, balancing on your ankles. Last one, inhale and exhale, release, come back down to center, to standing. You can shake it out because the next one's going to be quite interesting, quite fun, a build up and progression from a regular chair. So once you've done the chair a few times, you can use anything. You can even do this behind your couch. So you have something to hold on to. So do this one more time. You can watch first, or you can just test it out yourself. Okay, so standing again in mountain pose. Narrow down your base, not hip width, maybe half of a hip width apart. Okay, yogi toes, tailbone tucks, arm up. Sink down into a chair pose, tailbone tucks. Do all your checklists. Stable base, twist to the right, lean forward, hooking back. Okay, so now you're going to shift your weight to the right side. See if you can lift up to the left side, the ball of the foot of the left toe. Engaging the core, finding the balance. See if you can lift the left leg up. So now you're balancing on one foot. Okay, then lower it back down. Come back to center. Arms up to standing. Then release down to the side. Shoulder roll to the back. Repeat that on the other side. Arms up. Bend down. Chair pose. A block is there for you to hold on to if you need. Tailbone tuck. Engaging the proper muscles. Twisting to the left. Hooking the left knee with your right. Finding that balance. Shift weight to the left foot. Okay, strong ankles lifting the right foot off, right heel off the mat. Find that dristi. Strong, engage the glutes and lift your right foot off the mat. Balance and release. Back down to center. Arms up, swoop. Arms out to the side. So we'll do that again one more time for those of you who have tested it out and would like to try it yourself. So try to use all the upper parts, mid-thigh, all the way here, your hamstrings, your glutes. Use the powerhouse, which is your butt. Okay, arms up. Shift down. Okay, lift up the toes, just to check. Hands together in prayer. Twist upper body, torso. Lift and fold forward. Prayer arms. Okay, you can lower the toes down. Okay, find your one spot, your dristi. My bottle is my dristi. So breathe. So lift the heels up. Okay. And left foot off the mat. Balancing on your right foot. Strong thighs, strong legs. And lower it back down. Tailbone tuck. Always with the tailbone tuck. Come up. Arms down. Tailbone tuck is going to save you a lot of back pain. So always tailbone tuck. Okay, so to the left side. Arms up. Bend knees. Arms together. Tailbone tuck. Twist to the left. Hook outside of your left knee. Okay, dristi. Lift off, engaging this left glute. And bend the right leg. Right foot, heel to glutes. And lower. Again, building on, so this is level 3 of the chair pose series. In half an hour more. Okay. So arms out. Arms out. I hope you guys have joined me in this video stream. So bend down into your chair pose. Tucking the tailbone in again, looking to see that you can still see your toes. And then twist. Twist your body to the side, hooking your elbow to the right side. Okay, I see some people have come in. Thank God. Okay, so just find your footing. Again, we're going to lift off from the heels. This time, I really want you to focus. Focus. Lifting the heels up. And straightening out behind you. And land. A nice low lunge. Okay, and just stay there in the twisted low lunge. Twisted lunge. Hold one more time. And we're going to release. So it's just about 3 breaths worth. Release your arms down in front of you. And push back to a plank. We're going to do a vinyasa. So push back to downward dog. Move forward to plank. Sink down to cobra. Chaturanga arms down. Raise up to cobra, stretching at the front of the body. It happened again. So just rest here for a while. Look up at the ceiling, stretching the shoulders back. And tucking it in. Tucking toes to the back. Back into a downward dog. Jump forward if you want. Or you can just step forward. Back into mountain pose. Fold. Arms up. Bend knees, coming back down to chair pose. Okay, so chair pose. So side view now, so some of you can see. Okay, checking tailbone, always with a proper check. Turn to your left, twist, hooking your left elbow, knee, your right elbow. Shift the working leg to this left thigh now. Lift one leg off, balance, lean forward, extend this leg behind you, drop down, and hold in a twist, twisted lunge. And one more breath. Coming back down, shoot, legs behind you, lift up in downward dog. Hold here in downward dog. Vinyasa, move forward. Plank, chaturanga arms down. Up to cobra. And down. Back to downward dog. Jump or walk forward. It's entirely up to you. We'll do it one more time. If time permits, I think it permits. Go all the way up. Otherwise, you can go on to the next one because we had a little technical boo-boo. So just rest for a while. I'll check on everyone else. Oops. Such a bummer. Okay. Alright. The next one's going to be even more fun. So I'm going to try to see which ones we can squeeze in. Okay. So coming up. 2 sitting sit bones to your heels. Hands on the mat and push off downward dog. Coming into a low lunge. Okay, so push your right leg up into a 3-legged dog. Strength on the legs, strength on the core. Bring the legs forward into a low lunge. And you're going to face and turn towards the front leg, the front knee. So twisting, so more twisting. Can bring the back leg just 1 inch or 2 closer to make it into a higher low lunge. Arms up. And see if you can raise this hand off to the tips of the tips of the fingers, the middle finger. Maintain the twist. Still working on the strength of the thighs. See if you can hover off the mat. Now working on the strength of the back. And see if you can bring your hands right in front. One breath. Okay, good. And raise up to a warrior 1. Sink your hips down. Reverse warrior. Hands to the back. Just lean. Reverse. Just lean to the back. slight back bend, and coming down. Plant hands on the mat. Okay, plant hands on the mat. We're going to flip the dog one more time into a wild thing. So coming off, lifting this back foot, shooting it behind you into a downward dog. And bending the knee one more time, flipping into the wild thing. So peeling open until the back foot lands in a downward dog position, wild thing position. And push the hips up into the wild thing. Jamie, I'm sure yours look very nice. And then flip it back again. Flip it forward into a low lunge. Pushing everything forward. Lifting this back leg up behind you, planting your hands on the mat, lifting this foot straight. Keeping a micro bend on the standing foot, standing leg. If you want, you can open up into a half moon. Arms up to the side. And one more breath, inhale and exhale, squaring the hips and the shoulders down towards the mat and land the back leg down. Shoot back down into a three-legged dog, down to downward dog. We'll do this on the other side. Downward dog, three-legged dog to the left, left leg forward, low lunge, bring it forward, core, land in low lunge, torso twist, thoracic twist, facing the front knee. Arms up to the side, looking up at the ceiling. You can bring this back foot just an inch or two in front so that you can square more for the hips, using and tapping into the power of your glutes. This right hand raises off into the middle finger. Now tapping into the power of your core. One more time, lifting the hands off the mat. If you can, arms in front of you. Hovering. And one, arms back down on the mat. Push back, downward three-legged dog. Bending from the knees, twist, wild thing, landing, wild thing. Watch your foot down, land down, push up to wild thing. Using the glutes. And 3. Flip back into low lunge. Flip back. Bring this leg forward into a low lunge. Lifting this right leg, straightening up. Low. Leaning forward, supporting yourself. This right leg comes up. Micro bend on the standing leg. Hands are in front of you. Plant either on the mat, or if you have a block here, like what I have, use the block. Slowly look down, opening your hips up. Open the shoulders up to a half moon. Square everything. Squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders down on the mat. Lower the back leg down into a low lunge to plank. Pushing back up to downward dog. Bend the knees and sit on your heels. And rest, forehead to mat. Rest, catch your breath. We have 2-part series. Slowly coming back up. Now, as I promised, there's going to be a pistol leg. That one is also a challenge for me, so we'll just do this together. Okay, pistol legs. So those of you who want to work up into a full pistol legs, I think this is a good way to start. So coming up, standing up tall, crop my head off, which is fine. Again, placing this block in front of you if you need to. So we'll start in Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is basically like what we did just now. So we're going to hinge and kick this right leg straight behind you. Lower everything down, one piece. And then resting either on your block or on the mat straight away. Keeping again a micro bend to protect the knees. So holding there. And then we're going to swing this right leg up. Slowly standing using the core. Slowly stand up. And swing this leg forward into a 90 degree. And if you can, bend and reach for your foot. Your foot, pistol hands, grab onto the big toe and pull your feet up, straightening up. It doesn't have to be straight, so I'm going to do it with bent legs. Using the glutes, left side, and slowly bend it in with control. Lower it all the way down. You can use the blocks to support you. Holding onto the block and pistol legs. So now you're hovering, holding onto the foot. If you can, try to release for a while and hold it back up again. And then we're not going to raise up from this position. Instead, we're going to put our hands on the mat, lean forward and kick it back. Straight legs, back to Warrior 3 on the block or on the mat. And lower it back down. Okay? Shake it out, shake up. So that's the infamous pistol legs. Go back up. So we're going to do it on the other side. You can replay this all as much as you want. So strong right leg, micro bend, kicking this left leg behind you, squaring the hips. Finding the block or finding the ground. Staying here first, stretching the glutes and the hammies of the right leg. My right side's weak. So slowly come up, engaging the core. Hover over your block and come up to standing. Alright, 90 degree angle, knee up in front of you. Okay. Alright, finding the foot, bending it in, finding the toe, hooking onto the toes, straightening out in front of you. It doesn't have to be fully straight, can be bent. So we'll start with bent legs to begin with. Slowly, with control, mindfulness, bend slowly in. Slowly, I have a block in front of me. Move block. Move block, and slowly land. Sitting, hovering over, holding on to your foot, lift, release for a while, and then holding it back again. Okay, now hands on the mat, straighten, kick this leg behind you, to Warrior 3, one more time and lower. Okay, slowly roll back up to standing, and shake it out. For those of you who want to try that one more time, you can do it with me. Just now for the low lunge we did 1 set. Should have done 2. But for this one it's relatively short, so we can do it one more time. So for this one, I'm going to try it with the straight legs. Okay, so yoga is only about practice. Now standing straight. And through Warrior 3, bending forward. Kicking the right leg, it's always about a focused intention. So just focus on one spot. Hands down. Swing legs forward. Core in, swing legs forward. Bring the foot up. Hooking with my fingers. Straightening out in front of me. and bending to a single leg squat, pistol legs. Come all the way down with control. Control the ankles, the balance of the ankles. You're holding it there. Release and holding it back again. Using quad strength. You're leaning forward. Hands on the mat. Lift. Kicking the legs back. Coming back up to warrior 3. Legs down. Arms down. Shoulder rolls to the back. Left side. Straight legs behind you. Down to warrior 3. Swing legs in front. Bending the knees in. Hands looking for the toes. Pull it in. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Drawing the hips in. Slowly lower down. I almost lost it there. So holding there. Hovering, kiss the legs. Let go of the foot. Catch it. Hands on the mat. Lift the hips off. Push up to warrior 3. Come up. Warrior 3. Turn your right leg. Come up, standing. Shoulder rolls to the back. Alright. Good job, guys. Thank you for entertaining me. So anyway, so we'll end in our easy stretch. So after that, our quads are screaming, our glutes are screaming, our hamstring, not so much our core, I hope. Okay, so just stretch in pigeon pose. You know how to get into a pigeon pose. Bring legs forward, low lunge, shift heel toe to the left side and allowing this knee to drop on the mat. Pigeon pose, stretch. Stretching out the quads, the back, hip flexors on the left side, your thighs, your glutes on the right side. So sink down slowly. You can do what we always do, which is swing side to side. So your upper body side to side, creating that space and that length of the body for it to sink in lower. Okay, if you want, you can come all the way down to the mat and rest. Again, even for the footing, the position of this foot, beginners will start close to the groin. As you progress and you get more flexible and more open in your hips, this leg can move to the front, higher, so that you can really feel the stretch in pigeon pose. Okay, so we'll flip. Repeat that on the other side. Come back up to the plank. If you want, you can come up to a downward dog, pulling into a low lunge on the left side. Shift heel toe to the right side. Let the knees fall down. Okay, so now hip flexor stretch on the right side. Stay here for a while. Okay, then slowly lower. Same thing, you can sway side to side and finding and creating that space for the body to fold. Resting on your elbows or on the yoga block, side to side. Your footing, remember, if this feels very difficult for you and it's bothering your knees, there's no shame in bringing the heels close to your groin, to your hips. Come to resting all behind your hands. Swing this leg in front of you. Roll down to the mat. Roll down to lying flat on your back on the mat. And begin breathing into the belly as I search for our resting soundtrack. Last one before we go to corpse pose. Okay, straight legs in front of you, bend the right knee in. So we're going to do what we did earlier an hour before, the supine twist. Okay, so bring this right leg to the left and extend the right arm behind you. Look at your right hands. And now this is your time to make the comparison. Compare how this twist feels now to how it feels an hour ago, before we did all the twisting, all the stretching. It feels infinitely different. Your body feels more mobile. There's more range of motion. It just feels more well-oiled. Okay. Bringing back to the center. Repeat that on the left side. Straighten the left. And bring this left knee in. Hug. And lower it to the right side. Supine twist. Lower back. Left hand stretches behind you. Look at your left hand. This is where you start to reap the rewards. Can really feel the openness in my shoulders, my hips. Bring it back down to center. Hug both knees in, rock side to side. And then straighten both legs out in front of you. Close your eyes and prepare for Shavasana, corpse pose. Those of you who are done and are getting ready for dinner, thank you for joining. Have a good dinner. For the rest of you, close your eyes. Begin breathing into the belly, arms beside you, palms facing up. Again, this is a great time for you to assess the difference of how your body feels. Now, compare it to how it felt an hour ago. Reap the rewards of a job well done. Start scanning the body from the tops of the toes all the way to the tops of your head. Okay, so we'll start with the forehead. Softening the facial expression, the middle of the eyebrows, your eyelids, softening the gaze from behind the eyelids, down the bridge of the nose, the side of the cheeks, the jawbone, side of the neck. See whether you're holding on to any tension. The tops of the shoulder. If you are, just do those minor adjustments to find a comfortable spot. Scan down the length of your arms, down to your wrists and your fingers. Side of the torso, your lower back, your hips, your thighs, your glutes. They've worked very hard today. Your calves, your ankles, the sole of the feet to the toes. A few more breaths. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Otherwise, just wake yourself up, wriggle the toes. Move the fingers. Draw the knees in one by one, left and right. Hug in tight, close to the chest and rock side to side. Roll to the side, either left or right. Keep your eyes closed. Make your way to sitting on your mat. Cross-legged or half lotus, hands on your knees, palms facing up. Bring your hands together, rub. Close your eyes and inhale. Rub one more time, cover your eyes and inhale. Now we're going to slowly open the eyes. Give yourself a massage, press into the back of the head, down the neck, the shoulder, tops of the arms, the elbows. Rotate the wrists, spread the fingers out, press into the thighs, the calves. Arms up, look up, inhale, exhale, arms down. Arms up, inhale, exhale, arms down. Forceful inhale and forceful exhales. Inhale, look up, and exhale, look down. Okay, hands together in prayer, in heart chakra, chin to chest. Namaste, good night, and thank you for joining today.